Monday, September 10th, 2018. This is the regular City Council meeting for the City of St. Peter. It is 7 o'clock p.m. We will call the meeting to order. Would all please join in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We all should have a copy of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda? If not, is there a motion for approval?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second it.
All in favor of the agenda as presented, please signify by saying aye.
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 Next up, we have the minutes from our August 27th, 2018 meeting. Those minutes appear on pages 4 through 7. Are there any changes or correction to the minutes?
Yes.
John, what do you have?
Barb has the so Jerry has it.
On the co-op, that says 50,000, and it should be 500,000. Fourth to the last line under the food co-op. And then it also says, and it was all in favor. I had voted nay on that particular item.
All right. Any other changes? With those changes, is there a motion for approval?
So move.
Second.
All in favor of the minutes with those changes, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Those minutes are now approved. Next, we will address visitors. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to the council on any agenda item? Seeing no one, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to the council on any matter whatsoever? Seeing no one, we will move to the consent agenda. The consent agenda begins in detail on page 8 and concludes with the resolution on pages 20 and 21 and includes the following surplus I property that is be designated for public sale. A 2006 Ford F-250 pickup, a 2002 Ford F-350 4x4, a 1994 Cushman Truckster, a 2010 Dodge Charger. Then there's a list of bulbs and other lighting equipment, I think. All of this looks like that.
Yep.
Next, we have a temporary on-sale 3-2 beer license to the Knights of Columbus for 1801 West Broadway Avenue for October 19th, 2018. Following employee appointments: Miriam Gingras for part-time circulation clerk for $11.03 an hour, and Jeremy Freeman for the same position at $11.03 an hour. Plus the regular schedule of disbursements from August 23rd, 2018 through September 5th, 2018. Are there any changes or questions about the consent agenda? Jerry?
On the surplus items, particularly the rolling stock, is it possible that we could get, for general information for people, the mileage on those being declared surplus, or hours, clock hours on the amount?
Do we usually do that when we put it, these are going to min bid, I'm assuming?
Yes, yeah.
Do we usually do that at that point?
We take pictures and disclose all of that.
Okay.
But I was referring to here.
Oh, here, okay.
Yeah, we can certainly send that around,
Yeah,
Jerry.
good point, Jerry. Yep. We will add that onto there.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions about the consent agenda? If not, is there a motion for approval?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please, Barb.
Councilmember Curran.
Aye.
Councilmember Brand.
Aye.
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Pfeiffer.
Aye.
Councilmember Fleming.
Aye.
Mayor Zimmer.
Aye. Consent agenda is approved. Next up, we have unfinished business, which we have none. We will move to new business. And first up is a Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association renewal contract. Mr. Moulton.
Yes, Mayor Zeman and City Council, as you guys are aware, for the last 20 years, we've been using the Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association to help us with our safety training of our employees at Public Works and a few other places. This program has been very effective in keeping your overall costs down, keeping your employees safe. It's serving its purpose. We do have a trusted partner in the MMUA. We've had several safety coordinators come through here and train our employees to operate in a safe and efficient manner. This program runs roughly from October 1st of 2018 to September 30th of 2019. It does cover all of your employees at Public Works and Plus, so we have about 42 employees that this covers. Our safety coordinator, Chris Tremblay, also trains a lot of our pool staff and responds to OSHA citations and visits when they come, and helps us out immensely on a lot of those activities. The regular safety program runs about $26,584.89, and our specialized training that we have for our linemen, we pay roughly $600 a year for about 6 visits from the specialty coordinator from the JTS program. As you guys know, we have a lineman position open, which we'll be talking about shortly, but that will include that training for the upcoming year. And we have a resolution on page 25 that would ask that council authorize the mayor and city administrator to execute this contract.
Questions? Pete, I have a question. You just mentioned additional specialized training,
Yes.
and you said 5 visits, or 6 visits?
Yeah, 5, 6 visits, somewhere in that
Okay.
neighborhood for the lineman. It rotates on a varying year, and then they keep the cost about the same.
Okay, well, if you had 6 visits at 600, the resolution says $3,000.
Right, it's
So
cost
5
per
is 5.
employee. So we have 5 electrical employees that receive specialized training, so it's $600 per
Okay, I thought you had said
employee.
there were 6 of them. I
Yep.
thought that's what you had said.
We could go with 6 if you'd like to.
Well, that's what I thought you said. That's why I just wanted it to match up with what you were
No,
requesting.
Pete, we're not going with 6.
Send somebody twice. That'll work.
Didn't say no.
Yeah. Any other questions? If not, the resolution authorizing execution of renewal safety contract with MMUA, Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association, appears on page 25. Is there a motion for approval?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any other questions? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Brandt.
Aye.
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Pfeiffer.
Aye.
Councilmember Kwame.
Aye.
Mayor Zeman.
Aye.
Councilmember Gardner.
Aye.
Resolution is approved. Next, we have a electric foreman position description, and Mr. Moulton again,
I think-
and Todd.
Todd, would you like to take the lead, or?
Oh, you shoot away there, Pete, now that you're only getting 5.
We'd like to hire 2 foremen. Currently, your longtime electric foreman has retired from city employment, and we are looking to replace him. And we have gone through the job description, which is normal for a position that comes open. And we have reviewed the situation and are looking to hire a person that has similar qualifications of the previous foreman. You'll see that Administrator Prafke has gone through here and changed really the output of the job description. The old job description was in paragraph form. This is more in the bullet type form, which we have adopted as our standard form moving forward. Not too much for major changes besides adding AMI and load control as more of a main function of what this foreman will do, along with developing staff would be another key issue. Otherwise, what you see is a generalized description for a line foreman and somebody that will take the lead and work with the customers of the city of St. Peter. And I guess Todd, would you like to add anything else onto the line?
No, I think that covers it. Mayor members, you know that we use these descriptions very heavily as a part of the recruitment process. And so if you approve this tonight, we go forward with the recruitment. If you don't, we're hoping you'll tell us if you have any other modifications that you want, and we come back to you, or use the current description in that recruitment process.
Questions? John?
The list of, excuse me, the list of essential job functions, for a page and a half, near the bottom, the second to the end, it says that the foreman operates the supervisor control and data acquisition, the SCADA computer system and load management systems. When I say operate, is he the operator, or does he supervise the people that run it, or he knows how to run it, but other people run it also, or what? I'm not sure I'm not asking to change this, I'm asking to understand
Sure.
what his responsibility is.
Right, I understand your question. the foreman would do a variety of different things under that job description, or that portion of the job description. One, they do operate the facilities, they do set.
There are a number of people who can operate it.
Yes. Yep, your lineman would also operate that under the guidance. You know, if your foreman has set certain parameters within there, you can see who's made changes in a lot of your SCADA operations, and so they would work together to make those decisions moving forward. But ultimately, your foreman is responsible for a lot of those activities that do get administered through your SCADA, through your AMI, through your load control. SCADA manages a lot of your load leveling activities, so.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? If not, the resolution approving modifications to the electric foreman job description appears on page 32. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any other questions? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Johnson?
Aye.
Councilmember Pfeiffer?
Aye.
Councilmember Coleman?
Aye.
Mayor Ziegler?
Aye.
Councilmember Carlin?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Resolution is approved. Next up, we have a resolution for a new business license.
Mayor and
Todd.
members, as you know, renewals come on your consent agenda, new licenses come under new business. This is for the Nicollet Cafe, and they've applied for a 3-2 on-sale beer license. As part of our background investigation, we found nothing that would prohibit them under your rules from having such a license. And so we're recommending approval by putting a resolution in front of you on page 34.
Questions? Does this include wine or just beer?
Just beer.
3-2 beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a separate one for wine.
I thought
Typically, you see them on a consent agenda together because I don't know how many we have separate. I think most of them
I thought they were. I just wanted
Yeah.
just to clarify. Any other questions? Ed, is this going to be any competition for you then, or, you know, just down the road again? Probably not.
It isn't open on Sunday mornings.
Oh, yeah. there you go. The resolution approving the new business license application appears on page 34. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any other questions? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Pfeiffer?
Aye.
Councilmember Coleman?
Aye.
Mayor Ziegler?
Aye.
Councilmember Carlin?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Johnson?
Aye.
Resolution is approved. Next up, we have a resolution calling for a closed session. Todd, you want to lead us into this and tell us what we're doing?
Mayor and members, the information is included, or the resolution is included on page 35. This is a follow-up to labor negotiations with your Parks Union. And so I'm asking for a closed session. I would anticipate that it would be relatively short in nature, and my goal is for you to come back into regular session and take action.
Okay.
Again, the resolution is on page 35.
We will remain in this room, and if we can ask everyone else to depart for a little bit, that would be great. The resolution, as Todd said, page 35. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. There's a motion for a resolution for calling for a closed session to discuss the International Union of Operating Engineers local parks license, parks labor contract. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Coleman?
Aye.
Mayor Ziegler?
Aye.
Councilmember Carlin?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Johnson?
Aye.
Councilmember Pfeiffer?
Aye.
Resolution is approved. We will now adjourn to closed session.
So Nancy just got out of here. Get this. I'm on here.
From our closed session, we will now return to open session. It is 7:26 p.m. on Monday, September 10th, 2018. And now we have Todd, if you want to let us know about the 2018 Parks Union contract approval.
Mayor members, I passed out some information on your desk here, and you discussed this at 2 closed sessions. The contract for the Parks Union would be a 1-year contract for the calendar year that's 2018. There'd be a generalized wage increase of 2.4% for most positions. There are a couple that would be less than that. And then there's opportunity for incentive pay related to specific types of training that's outlined in the contract. And there's a few technical changes related to dates and typos. The information is in the memo with a resolution on the back providing authority for the mayor and city administrator to enter into the contract. If I didn't mention this, the union group has already voted. We do have signatures with it in our hands.
Questions? said, we just discussed this in closed session. There are no questions. The resolution approving the contract between the city and the International Union of Operating Engineers, the parks workers, appears on the handout that we just received. Is there a motion for approval?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Now, any questions? Call the roll, please.
Mayor Zeman.
Aye.
Councilmember Carlin.
Aye.
Councilmember Brand.
Aye.
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Piper.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Resolution is approved. Next up, we have a 2018 equipment certificate bid and a bid award, and Sally, I believe, is here tonight. What are you going to tell us?
Mr. Mayor and Council, I put out for bid the 2018 certificate for equipment for $305,000. I sent it to Hometown Bank, Bremer Bank, Nicollet County, First National, CCF, and Wells Fargo. We also posted it on the website under public notices. Nobody came in through the public notice forum, and Hometown, Bremer, Nicollet County, and First National all put in bids. Based on the interest rates, everybody had varying interest rates. Hometown was awarded the bid based on, by about $1,000 cheaper than, not even $900 cheaper than Bremer. Bremer was in second, and then Nicollet County Bank and First National. CCF did not bid, and neither did Wells Fargo. So I am recommending that Hometown Bank be awarded the equipment certificate. It'll be payable October 1st to us, and then we'll start making payments in 2019, October 1st. It's for purchase of, you had already approved throughout the year for replace a 2006 Ford F-250, a 1998 tandem truck, and some work done at the pool.
Okay. Questions? Looks like it was competitive.
Very competitive, yeah.
Good.
We see interest rates increasing,
Right.
just like we're feeling
Yep.
throughout everything, but
Yeah. Okay.
we're not at the 1% or 2% interest rates anymore,
No.
unfortunately.
Well, good and bad.
Mhm.
Anyone have any questions for Sally? We're letting you off easy, Sally.
Sally, on
Oh,
the,
Jim does.
on your security on page 41, should 2018, should that be 61,000 as well?
Page 42.
Page 42, you got year 2018, 66,1, and all the other ones are 61.
There's a little bit of interest, so it's
Was
a little
it?
bit higher in the first year, in 18.
Okay.
Anyone else? The resolution for awarding the 2018 equipment certificate appears on pages 38 through 43. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Is there a second? Susie? Thank you. Any other questions? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Carlin.
Aye.
Councilmember Brand.
Aye.
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Piper.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Mayor Zeman.
Aye. Resolution is approved. That concludes, thank you, Sally. That concludes our new business. Next up, we have reports. I was out of town for the majority of the weekend and was not able to attend Rock Bend Folk Festival, and I know some of the council people who were there, and if anybody would like to comment on it. Susie?
I was there on Saturday afternoon for a good long while. There was a tremendous crowd from what I could tell. The weather was fantastic. The music was great. There were hundreds of children playing in and around the playground at various points throughout the afternoon. And really, it was absolutely phenomenal weather. I think we've been lucky a couple of recent years with great weather, but it makes for a really lovely event. So.
Okay. Anyone else? Ed?
I was actually there right at the start on noon on Saturday, and there was already a lot of people. I only stayed for about an hour or so, but it was getting full already.
Okay. Did anyone attend? I was asked to welcome, but I couldn't do that either. The
Good Samaritan.
Good Samaritan RV function out at the fairgrounds. Ed, I know you're on the fair board. Were you out there at all?
No, I walked through there once, there was a lot of campers,
Yeah, I heard there was 130 or more or something or other.
130 some, and they had several programs, like in Johnson Hall, they had some entertainment down there, and I think they were all, everybody put in their receipts of what they spent in town, and apparently the organization's gonna let us know how much money was spent while they
good.
were in town, so.
Ed, I know was, Ed Lee was down there, so, hopefully he'll have a good report on that coming up for the chamber. Other than that, I guess I didn't really have anything to add to these, but, thank you for those that did attend or knew what was going on. Todd, all yours.
I'll go through relatively quickly. As some members may know, we had a city-county meeting last week. The topics of discussion included Project 33, which is the west of community water issues that we face. We talked about roadways and LRIP funding, and we spent a little bit of time talking about library funding. As the council may know, we've requested additional funding from Nicola County along with North Mankato, so that documentation has been submitted, and I plan to attend their meeting on that here in a couple of weeks. There were some other issues. We usually talk about development and an update on the hospital and some of the development activities that are going on, along with some other things of mutual interest. The meeting lasted about an hour, and so another meeting has been scheduled. So if you're a member of that committee, watch for that. We'll make sure to send out the notice of that meeting. That will be in the morning, 10:30, I believe.
Yep.
I can't remember the date, but we'll make sure to get that sent out to
20,
you.
no, 28th?
Yeah, I just can't
I
remember.
can't remember either.
Yeah. So we'll make sure that we get that sent out. I also want to mention the Minnesota River Valley Transit meeting schedule. There's a meeting coming up on Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the next day. This time it is in LeSueur at 2:30. Members should have received documentation related to that packet and activity there. Probably the most significant agenda item there relates to fares, fare schedule, rate schedule for the upcoming 2019 year. Neither the city of St. Peter nor the city of LeSueur have made changes in fares for quite a number of years, and so there's a recommendation to modify fares for a number of different things, but certainly to make sure that you're covering your cost in the budget that's been approved, but then also to ensure a little bit more uniformity and simplicity, trying to move towards a more simple system for how fares are set and what people pay for the rides on the system. The last item that I'll mention, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, have you been in communication with Stephen?
Yes, I talked with him, texted with him earlier in the day, and so
Okay.
he is not going to be able to attend.
Have you communicated with our alternate?
I have communicated with our alternate, and he indicated that he would be unable to attend as well.
Okay
Can
then.
one of our members attend or not? Can you be there?
Well, I'm already on.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
so
what I mean.
we did send an email
Yes,
to
I
the
will be
sewer
there.
to ensure that they, hopefully ensure that they have members, and hopefully they'll let us know, but we'll check back with them and let folks know.
Okay.
I would rather be there. I
I
have
know.
to go to I have to go to a Region 9 meeting in, where did I say it was?
Pemberton.
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 For the day, so,
Don't get
How
lost.
exciting.
Don't get lost.
it might.
Mayor, I have one last one that I'd just like to mention. Council members, just to make you aware that your next workshop on Monday, so next week, I anticipate will be a relatively long workshop. We'll be talking about your general fund budget. But in addition to that, the Value Engineering, our Best Value Committee of the Pavilion is ready, and so staff will make the report for them, and there'll be a lot of information related to the pavilion, including modifications, best value things that they've taken care of, budget, and some timeline discussion as well. So some pretty big items on your next workshop. So hope to see you all there, 5:30, St. Peter Room next Monday.
Okay,
Mr. Mayor, that's all I have for you
all
for
right,
tonight.
thank you. Anyone else? Anything to add? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Second it.
All in favor of adjourning, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Really? Full meeting? 45 minutes? Doesn't record?